Hi, this is Shu with a review of a fila shoe. This is actually supposed to be, if you can remember what this logo used to be, if you're a kid from the 90s who used to be crazy about basketball and NBA basketball and basketball shoes, 90s, the mid-90s was a golden era for fila. There was a time when guys were eager to get fila basketball kicks rather than Nike or Adidas or Reebok. Grant Hill was all the rage back then, and fila Korea actually spearheaded the drive, the project to try and break into the NBA, and they had a very successful outcome, thanks to fila Korea CEO Yoon Soo back then. His son Kevin Yoon is carrying on the tradition and legacy quite well with the retros of the models in the past. So this one in particular is highly praiseworthy because, as you can tell, you see the Grand Hill logo here. This was supposed to be the Grand Hill 6 or 7, I'm not really sure. There was a model in between after the 5, but it's not exactly Grand Hill series. It's for Grand Hill, but with a different name. Run Ball, I think that was called. But anyway, the GH6 it was supposed to be, but it's instead released as a lifestyle casual model recently, this year, or was it last year, by the name Swarm 99. Yep. This design is amazing. I think this is one of the best fila designs ever. It does have certain aspects that the basketball shoe or the original Grand Hill basketball shoe would have possessed. Let's start first with the traction. The traction is incredible. It's actually really good. Way better, especially compared to the disappointments that Adidas has been throwing our way. These herringbone pattern, they're not too thick, not too thin, and they're deep enough and separated sparsely enough to make sure you're provided with adequate grip or bite on the cord, and it's multi-directional, especially right here for lateral movements, and the distance between the grooves are a little bit different on these two parts and this part as well. So if you compare that to another previous fila model that's been selling off the shelf these days, the Barricade, the traction here is a herringbone pattern with which is the blades are sharper and the distance is close and then far apart, close and far apart. So these intervals do a great job of providing traction. This one, yeah, good traction. The cushioning itself, it was supposed to actually come with the 2A cushioning, which was actually available in the Emerge 99 model that was released last year. The 2A cushioning is awesome because it's like a combination of Asics gel, the harder version of gel. Asics has 1,001 different type of gel, and these are the type of gel they used in the classic models like the Point Getters or other models that looks like fashion wear but actually did serve as performance wears. The gel is a little bit firmer and they don't need a huge chunk. Just a little donut is enough to provide adequate impact protection and rebound or bounce back in terms of energy return. That is the kind of cushioning that's also combined with an sort of like a thin aerosol. So it's air and compound. That's why it's what's called 2A. It was good, and I wish they would have used it here. And even for the Emerge 99, fila stopped using it. They actually released a different version of Emerge 99 without the two-way cushioning system because this is actually being used by high schoolers or ladies or people who are just wearing this casually. So this tend to make certain squeaky noises every now and then, and they complain about that, so actually they took it out. But thankfully, the current CEO of fila is very particular about blow-molded EVA or whatever type of EVA cushioning that used to be predominant in the 90s. So if you notice some of the foam cushioning, if they're not specifically named like Lunar, React, Bounce, or something like that, they are pretty firm. But fila actually managed to come up with a good combination in terms of their density or how much bubble or electricity has been channeled through them. It's really soft. It's really soft, but it's not soft to such an extensive degree where it's going to just bottom out in a jiffy. It's actually durable, and it provides cushioning at the moment. Your step-in comfort is there, and it actually provides good shock absorption and rebound as well. Unfortunately, on the forefoot, it's a little bit thinner. I wish they had a little bit more on the forefoot, but still, compared to the Barricade 9, which did have good heel cushioning, but on the forefoot, the EVA was rather too thin. But compared to this, this is leaps and bounds better than the Barricade. But still, if you had two-way cushioning, it will be even better. But I'm not complaining. This is actually comparable in terms of the cushioning performance or comfort-wise. The heel is as good, if not better, than the Cushlon used in the Kobe 5s. The Zoom Freak. You don't feel the zoom air at all, so compared to that, this is way better. I would compare this to even something like the Dame 6 Light Strike foam in terms of the thickness, the density, and the bounce and the shock absorption and comfort it provides. On the forefoot, it's way more cushioned than the Zoom Freak ones, so that's something you can think about. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't compare, of course, to the current Nike shoes that's focusing on forefoot zoom cushioning and whatnot, but it's definitely better than a lot of Adidas shoes that has good foam in the forefoot, but they destroy it by having a plastic padding right below your feet, so it feels like you're walking on clogs. So that's definitely a plus for the Fila Swarm 99. Once again, the design, I can't speak enough about the design. It's beautiful. The padding, there's adequate padding on the inside. The inners have good padding all around. Not too extensive, not too intense, not too over the top, but they're just nice. The tongue is nice and pretty plush. And the fit, let's talk about the fit. It's a little bit short and narrow, so you'll need to go up a size up. They don't come in half sizes, so go a whole size up compared to your normal size. If we're a size 9, I go with a 10. It fits well. The toe box is there's a little bit of a space, but not too much dead space compared to some crazy models available these days, so that is good. The base itself, it's not too narrow, so it actually provides adequate anti-inversion support. Even the foam midsole is a little bit more protruding, so that's good. Can't really say bad things about it, especially because this is a design that's been buried in the Fila closet, treasure chest, in the vault. So good that it's released. It only cost about, what, $60? That's the retail price, so that's a steal.